Alright, so today we're on the Trunkline Trail in Douglas, Massachusetts. I only got a couple hours before sunset, but it's a beautiful 60 degrees. Figured I'd go ahead, go out, do a little bit of a walk on the trail and see what it's all about. Just over the state line in Massachusetts from my hometown. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of a end of the year update. I know it's the week before Thanksgiving and most people don't do their end of the year updates until like December or actually the end of the year, but not sure exactly what the next month's going to bring. The numbers with the virus are on the rise and it seems that we might be headed towards another lockdown. So I don't know if I'm going to be continuing working throughout the end of the year or I'm going to be out of work and actually spending more time outside. But as you can see by the trail, it's a wide dirt road. The Trunkline Trail used to be railroad and also a fire access road. This is what the map looks like. So there was a stone arch for the railroad. Not sure if we're going to pass the dam or not. And then this is the map right here. So like I said, we're just over the line. So we're going to be heading up through that way. Like I said, it's November, not really a scenic time of the year. All the fall foliage has come off the trees already. And we also had snow the day before Halloween. We had 5 inches of snow already, which is kind of typical for New England. We usually get about 1 or 2 storms before Thanksgiving, but that's not any indication about how our weather is going to be for the winter, because we may not see snow again up until possibly February. So what are my plans for the next few months and going into the new year? Truthfully, like I said, with the lockdown and stuff that might be happening, a second lockdown because of COVID, I am really not sure about that. I'm going to continue to offer my online product. I'm going to go ahead and release some more photography and some more designs on my Society 6, which has my home decor, also some kitchen type stuff. We just released the metal reusable water bottles, which is supposedly made so that they don't have that tin taste like a lot of the aluminum bottles do that people don't like. So we'll see about that. I'm going to be ordering one shortly when it comes in to see exactly what it's like. But I've seen other materials from Society 6 and I just love how they turn out. Reusable, which is the store that has all my customizable products where you can customize them to your taste, have not added any new images yet per se. Reason being is Reusable outsources a lot to all of their production of products to other companies, and because of which there's still a lot that is shut down due to COVID. They've tried other companies to supplement that and the quality was just not good. There was a lot of complaints about it, so those particular products, rather than using the other companies that didn't work out so well, they just shut those products down entirely. However, I will be releasing on Reusable shortly house flags, and also going to be releasing garden flags, because I know a lot of people like to decorate their houses and gardens for the holidays and also during the summer. So I'll be watching for those products on my Reusable store, and as usual, all the links are going to be either up in my channel banner or down in the description of this video. Or you can also go to my website, sreviewphotography.com, and the links to the 2 stores will be there. That's kind of where we stand with the updates. Here's a look at the trail we're on, which is a fire road. You can see up ahead somebody's mountain biking. Looks like a great trail to ride my bike on. I may do that this coming spring or possibly before Christmas, depending on what type of weather we have. Alrighty, well, I was hearing water off to the side, and there's a little stream over here, and it looks like possibly remnants of some type of dam or some sort of structure up through here. Let's go investigate it a little bit. Got some sort of piece of metal right here. Not sure exactly what that's to. As you can see, some of the cement structure is actually collapsed a little bit. And we got a pipe that's disconnected from what looks like a little bit of a retaining pond. That's pretty cool. Not even a few hundred feet into the trail yet, and we already found something to film. So I don't know how well the camera is picking it up, but you can see we already got some ice forming on this little pond area here from the very cold temperatures that we had the last few days. So some of the people have actually complained online and said that this trail is more of a fire road, not that scenic. There was a lot of complaints about it. I don't know. I think they're wrong. I mean, just look at this. This is just off the side of the main road on a little side trail that has been cleared. There was a sign going into it that said that you're free to fish and swim at your own risk. Just make sure you clean up after the area. You know, one thing I found with this being Massachusetts as opposed to Rhode Island, I don't see any litter. Not sure how well this is going to pick this up with the sun, but you know, you got a beautiful pond area here. Looks like they maintained a lot, cut down a lot of the trees so that it opens up so that you have a lot of area for fishing. Right now I'm just walking along the side of the pond off the main fire road. So yeah, by looking at this, I feel like I really missed out on one of the gems during fall foliage season. Definitely going to put this place on my radar for next year during the fall foliage. Okay, so we've come up on one of the crossings. Probably gonna have to film this from a different angle because of the sun. I just climbed that steep hill. We're up along another trail. Not sure what trail this is, but it is possibly another fire road crossing or railroad crossing. And I'm going to show you why. So I'm on top of one of the trestles. That road down below is the road we were hiking on. And then across the way there is the remainder of the other half of the bridge that went across up in the other direction, which that trail does not appear to be maintained at all. So not sure what road that is. And then there's remnants of some sort of wall that goes down along that. So I'm gonna get back down on the fire road and film that for you, but I just wanted to climb up here, show you the view on top of this old bridgeway. I don't see any markers as to indicate how old this is. All right, so here's a look at one of the old bridge trestles. As you can see, it's all cement. And I'm gonna come up on the other side. As you can see, somebody graffitied it, but I'm into artwork, so that's kind of a cool, funky picture. So that's the other part of a trestle. Okay, so I'm going to slow down a little bit right here. Let the people that are walking and hiking up ahead of me to get a little bit further up ahead. Reason being is I want to stop off at the next location for a little bit. It's the Stone Arch Bridge. I don't know if you can see it going across way over there. This is what everybody talks about in the YouTube channels and also on the All Trails map. They take pictures of it, and also on Google. So far, from some of the comments that I had read on various sources about this trail being boring because it's a fire road or old railroad bed, are simply not true. I mean, we've had scenes of lakes, we got various marsh areas, we got various water areas, we got the bridge we're going to be checking out next. So I'm not really sure what those people are talking about, and truthfully I feel like I missed an opportunity during the fall foliage season. So I'm definitely marking this down for next year. Even if I don't vlog about it, I'm definitely coming to check out this area. But yeah, the bridge is just up ahead a few hundred feet. I'm just waiting for the hikers who are in front of me just to get a little bit further so that I can show you the bridge with nobody in it. So while I'm waiting for them to finish crossing through the bridge, I just want to stop off, show you one of the other little marshy areas. I can't really see them from here, but they do got some boxes out in the middle for wood ducks to nest in. Now you may ask why in this particular area they don't cut down the trees so that you have a better view. First of all, it's protection of the wildlife. Second of all, not sure how the camera is actually going to pick that up, but it's at least a 10 to 15 foot almost straight drop down from this road, which means if you were to cut down these trees, you would have serious erosion problems. And if you look off on the other side of the road, there's another little marshy area here, but I cannot find a good spot to view it from. But I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up. But the other side of the road drops down, and there's a little bit of a marshy area, but cannot find a area to view it, and it's way too steep to try to get down. So as we're walking up to the bridge, this is actually somebody's backyard. Nice backyard that they have here. I bet you they see a lot of wildlife coming through here. You can see the house up in the distance. There's another house next door to it. A couple of old 1980s pickup trucks, really cool. And then the backyard continues down right into that marsh that we're just at. So I bet you they see a lot of deer and other wildlife coming up through here. Okay, so this is the bridge that everybody talks about and shows. It's actually a state road that runs above it. So you can see cars going by that this is actually in use. Then I'm really going to have to check my phone and GPS because the sun is starting to go down and I do got a little bit ways to hike back. But behind me up here is the spur trail, which I showed you on the sign. And of course, over towards that way you got the Trunkline Trail, which is the old undeveloped railroad bed. One of the hikers that came through here was telling me that this area was really undeveloped a few years ago. The state came in, cleaned it all up, made the roads a little bit more defined so that they can be hiked. See a lot of horse tracks out here, so people riding their horses, riding their mountain bikes. I feel this is an area that I'm definitely going to have to come back to and explore with my mountain bike because there's just a lot of roads that I cannot cover, especially on a late fall day with the sun setting so early. I probably should have started this hike earlier than what I did, but it was a beautiful day. I just had to get out at the last minute, so I'm going to head down, see if I can access some of these rock structures, because there's an interesting wall formation off that way I want to check out as well. Okay, so there is a trail to access behind this wall area, which I was kind of hoping to. It's a little dark in here with the pine cover, so I'm not sure how the camera is actually going to pick it up. Actually, there's also a footbridge up ahead, so this is actually another hiking trail. Not going to go too far down it because of the fact that it is getting late and I do got to walk the railroad bed back to my car. So this is what I was seeing from the other side. The sign no horses because the bridge won't actually support them. It's just a little footbridge. It's interesting how they carved this all out and put in these stone walls to retain. See if I can head up over here a little bit without falling on these slippery leaves. Okay, so we're on top of the rock wall now, looking down. So this is a very interesting view from this side. So as you can see, there's just more trails that go on off into the woods. Looks wide enough and good, cool enough for mountain biking. Another trail going off this way. So the sun looks like it's starting to go down, starting to look like it's going to set in a little bit. I'm going to check my phone, check my GPS, see if there may be anything up ahead that looks interesting, and then see what we're going to do from there. We're going to continue up ahead a little bit, or we're going to hike all the way back, because I really don't want to be walking out in the dark, although this is a nice open trail, so even after the sun sets I should have a good half hour or so of daylight. But I'm going to check my GPS, figure out my coordinates, figure out if there's going to be anything worth continuing on to see on this fire road. It just goes on for miles. So alright, so I just checked the GPS, and apparently just another couple 100 yards or so, there's supposed to be another viewpoint up ahead. Probably looks like in the opening that I'm seeing. And then after that, I really got to start walking my way out of here. So it's going to get dark in about an hour. So this Trunkline Trail, otherwise known as the undeveloped railroad bed, just checked the GPS. It runs the direction that I was heading all the way up through Connecticut. The other direction takes you all the way up through the center of Douglas, up through Uxbridge. So it looks like this might run the whole entire way of the old railroad system. And heading up towards the Uxbridge end, which at some point I might want to explore, is supposed to be yet another abandoned archway bridge, which the trail is not finished going up through Oxford. So at some point I might want to check that out. But yeah, this is something I definitely want to do on my mountain bike, because this just goes on forever and ever. So hike up a little further to the next possible viewpoint, and then I really got to hike out of these woods because I only got about an hour left before it gets dark. And so far with walking and all the filming I was doing, I've already been 2 hours, so I might not get out of here before dark. So I don't know if the camera is picking this up or not, but I just love how in the distance looks like there's some mist in the opening. Plus, as I'm walking with the sun angle, you can actually see some of the reflection off the rocks in the roadway, just lighten it up. So that next opening, way off in the distance, where the sun is actually blinding the view right now, appears to be the water point that I want to go to, and then I gotta hightail it out of here quick. Okay, so apparently I crossed over somewhere. I don't know, state line or a different recreation area or what, but at the intersection of the Saddle Trail and apparently the Trunkline Trail that I was on changed names to the Snet Trail. Alrighty, well, there's a couple more places up ahead, but that sun is getting low. It's starting to sink behind the trees on the horizon. This roadway, I got a while to walk back yet, so I'm gonna go ahead, head back, and I'll catch up with you and recap with you once I get to my car. So way back at the Archway Bridge, give you another look at it without the sun glaring on it, so you can see more of the stonework. Alrighty, well, as you can see by the stuttering and the slowness, it's actually quite dark out here. So my camera has changed the shutter speed and the exposure level, so it looks a lot brighter out here than it really is, but it's pretty much dark out. Can't see the road anymore. But I'm over near the lake that I first filmed. When I started, I start seeing headlights and taillights just shortly ahead, so I'm almost back at the car. So made good timing out of here. Definitely an area that I want to come back to and explore with my mountain bike. It just goes on and on up the other way, and I definitely need to check it out. Gonna have to check out the other direction, find out if I can get through there with my mountain bike or not, see if it's actually developed like this section is. But yeah, I definitely want to come back up here. May come back up here. Not sure I'm going to hike as far when it snows, because I've got a feeling the scenery is just going to be beautiful up through here with snow on the ground as well. I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here, since I'm pretty much back at the car anyway. And I'm just going to leave you with this beautiful sunset.